25-year-old mom snatched in the bank parking lot.
911, where's your emergency?
I'm calling about my daughter, Summer Inman. She's nowhere to be found.
She went outside, was forced into a white vehicle. They're saying either a Ford Crown Victoria or a Mercury Gray Marquis.
One of the perps, according to an eyewitness, is a female with long blonde hair.
The woman has been described as having bleach blonde hair.
No license plates on the car and tinted windows, and took off with her, and she hasn't been seen since.
As for who the witnesses are, we're hearing that there are two witnesses, and they may have actually been in the vicinity of the bank.
There was no tag on the vehicle at all, so there's no license plate number to get, but that's one of the reports we've been told is that, again, no license plate on this vehicle.
Where is Summer Inman? We are taking your calls for those of you just joining us. Those were happier times you see on the left of your screen. That's Summer Inman's wedding photos tonight. In the last hours, as a matter of fact, the husband, the estranged husband, and his mother, Summer's mother-in-law, booked on suspicion of kidnap. As each hour passes, the likelihood that Summer will be found safely plummets. Out to the lines, Cheryl in Ohio. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I'm good, dear. What's your question?
Okay, first of all, I have a comment, Nancy. You're every missing person's angel. And second, my question is this. Did Summer and her mother-in-law get along in the past?
Good question. To Ellie Josted, our chief editorial producer, who's been on the case following it for a couple of days now. Ellie, what do we know?
Well, Nancy, as Matt Bruning brought up earlier, we don't know much about the relationship Summer had with her mother-in-law, but we do know the father-in-law arrested for allegedly threatening to kill Summer's boyfriend. However, the mother of the mother-in-law, this would be the grandmother of Summer's husband, estranged husband, said that they all still love Summer. These arrests are a huge shock to her and that they hope she's found.
Ellie, put Ellie up in full, please, quickly, Elizabeth. All right, so the grandmother's daughter has now been booked on suspicion of kidnap. And they go, I'm surprised we all loved her so much. Did you just say that?
I did just say that. That's what she told a local reporter, yes.
Well, didn't you just start this scenario out with the father-in-law has been arrested for something, a domestic problem related to Summer?
Right, that's true.
Explain that. What was that about?
That was back in December. Summer went back to this home where they'd lived when she and her husband were married to pick up some of her things. She asked a deputy to be there when she got the stuff, and apparently when she arrived, her father-in-law was there. When Summer's boyfriend arrived, the father-in-law allegedly started threatening him, threatened to shoot the boyfriend. The deputy had to intervene, tried to put the father-in-law's hands behind his back. He allegedly started resisting. They scuffled. Long story short, the deputy had to hold the father-in-law at taser point until backup arrived.
And the father-in-law's, the grandmother says she's surprised. She didn't see it coming.
That's right.
Okay, let's go back to the eyewitnesses. That's what I want to find out about. What I'm interested in, Ellie, is the possibility that Summer may be alive at this hour.
Right,
that's what
right.
I want to. What are police telling us? What are police telling us when we call them?
There is a massive search going on, Nancy, in 4 counties in Ohio, trying to find any sign of Summer. They say they don't know if she's dead or alive, but now they have to consider the possibility she could be seriously hurt or even dead. But they're asking homeowners there to check their property, to look along roadways, to look under overpasses, bridges for any sign of Summer or the clothing she was wearing the day she was last seen.
Unleash the lawyers. Joey Jackson, defense attorney, New York. John Burris, famed defense attorney, San Francisco. Hey, Jackson, it's never a good thing when police start telling property owners, could you check your outbuildings, your sheds, your barns, walk the curtilage of your area? That's not looking for a living person, Joey Jackson. Well, I would say that mommy-in-law is in a heap of trouble, Jackson.
Well, listen, I think that cases are won and lost on evidence. First, of course, we hope that she's safe, but you're basing it on there's a white car, there's the description, there's equivocation as to the type of car. Is it a Victoria? Is it a Mercury type of car? That's one. There's a lot of common cars.
Number one, nobody says a Victoria. So, okay, cut his mic. Burris. Weigh in. Well, nobody says the Victoria. It's Crown Vic. Weigh in, Burris. Let's hear your side.
I agree that right now there's insufficient evidence to convict any one of these people. The Depth evidence around the two guys is just two guys in the description. That's not an ID identification.
Two guys in a bleached blonde. What do you see on the screen
so
right
what?
now?
That doesn't mean it's these two guys, and they haven't been identified.
They had
no
to throw
ID.
the father-in-law down on the face down on the carpet at Christmas.
No ID at this time. That's what I'm telling you.